Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is I Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 2, Family Matters. The episode starts off with Jocelyn and CVJ. They're talking about how, of course, Jocelyn's extremely hurt that the father of her child, she's been pregnant for 6 months. Stevie hasn't done anything for her. Stevie saying, yeah, the reason why I've been around is because, one, you lie a lot. You've been saying some really hurtful stuff about my family, about Mimi, causing some issues with my daughter, his youngest daughter, Eva, because as I said last week, or yesterday, what have you, that because when Jocelyn insinuated that Stevie J was, like, molesting his daughter, the cops came, and they came to Mimi, they came to Stevie, they searched the place, they took stuff, and that they have to do that. And so, Jocelyn is crazy for thinking that Stevie's just supposed to pretend like, oh, none of that happened. Jocelyn's hurt that they've been together for around 6 years, and she just feels like he's throwing all of that away. But at the end of the day, they're not good together. They're not good together, at least at the stage of life that they were in, and so it's better for them to be apart. But Stevie says, you know what, Jocelyn's crying in front of me. I've known her for so long. I do still have love for her. And so, of course, if the baby's mine, I'm going to support her anyway. That was never the issue. I just don't know if she's mine. So a paternity test is going to be done so that Jocelyn doesn't take Stevie to court or for anything like that. And he kissed her on the forehead because, again, he still does have love for Jocelyn, as we knew. This wasn't a one and done type of situation. But, yeah, that's crazy for Jocelyn to think that, oh, I could get to go and say all these things to Stevie, and oh, mind you, Jocelyn's supposed to be moving to Florida. I'm thinking, wait a minute, so is that Jocelyn's way of saying she's not going to be on the show anymore? Because that costs money to do production in 2 different states. So that's why I'm looking at this like, Stevie is probably like, yeah, no, you still have to do the show. What's wrong with you? All my kids have to be, in a similar vicinity. I'm thinking, yeah, but all of your kids aren't in Atlanta as far as I know. So that's the thing that kind of threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Anyway, we have Rod. Rod is Jasmine's boyfriend, quote-unquote boyfriend. I'm not sure if they're fully together or if they're just doing this whole we're together because the show is on. But what I do know is Rod is the same guy who was dating Mimi at the time. Jasmine has to tell him that, yes. So, apparently Rod, initially invested into young Jock when he was initially coming up. So that's how Jock knows Rod. And they all do know each other down there. That's the truth. That's why, that's the only thing that makes this show partially valid. They all do know each other. But Rod finds out that Jasmine told Kirk, told Carly Red that, you know what? The baby that's mine, it's not Rod's, it's Kirk's. Because Carly, she figured out, wait a minute, your dude was in jail, and there was no way that you could have possibly fathered him because there are no visitation or anything. I know all this information. Why are you playing with me? Rod's upset because he's trying to think, wait a minute, Kirk has gone and made sure that he was paying the bills, doing all this stuff for you, and you went and you dropped the dime on him. Of course he's going to pretend like he doesn't know who you are, what's going on. It doesn't make it right because we know different, so the truth is going to come out one way or the other. But dang, you messing up this good scam we have going on. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Mind you, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, does Kirk just think that, did he sleep with her and he thinks that this is the baby and a DNA test hasn't been done yet, and so that's why he's trying to cover this up? Or is this just a great day scam and Kirk truly has no idea what's going on? My whole thing is, why would someone choose Kirk? Why would someone choose Kirk to do this with? That's the only thing I'm looking at this like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Unless it's like, this is our way to get back on the show, or get on the show. We'll see what happens there, because, I don't know, there's definitely some truth to this. He knows her, and that's the one thing that we do know. He does know her, whether he... Anyway, Tommy goes, and she meets up with Karen. Karen is, actually, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Her mom, Samantha. Now, Tommy was in jail for, 24 or 48 hours, and thankfully, Stevie was nowhere to be found, but he did let her know that he was busy. Of course, now he's back with Jocelyn, so he's dodging her, so that makes a lot of sense, even though that's still kind of messed up. She comes home, and of course her mom is there, and she's just saying how it's interesting how people who I thought would have my back didn't actually have my back. Here comes her bail bondsman, who apparently she's had on retainer for years. She's known him for 10 years, and he's been getting her in and out, out of jail for all that time. And so she always has him. He's always reliable. I'm thinking, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You've been going in and out of jail. What? Tommy apparently has been in multiple group homes. Of course, like I said, in and out of jail. She has a lot of mugshots. And the thing is, she's saying, my mom could have helped me out, but she chose not to. I'm thinking, to a certain degree, depending on what you were doing, I can understand why. It's like, rewarding you for good behavior. Yeah, you messed up, I'll get you out this time. Yeah, you messed up, I'll get you out these other 10 times. But we find out that Sam is a grade A scammer. Sam has been in and out of jail, and Tommy said, so you weren't even there to bail me out even though you're supposed to be watching my kids, and at the end of the day, I had to bail you out of jail. You weren't a good role model at all. And Sam was like, excuse me, I was here watching your kids. I'm thinking, those are your grandkids as well, so that's not really that's almost like a given, like, duh. But it's like, I was watching your kids. How dare you go and talk to me like that? I'm your mother. Tommy said, you're not a mother to me. How dare you say that you're my mother when you haven't done anything for me? Who are you talking to? And it's like, oh, you need to shut up, you dumb B. Oh, you shut up, you dumb B. Oh, you trash. Oh, you garbage. Shut all the way up. It was like, you ain't nothing. You trash. Bleep you. Bleep you. You'll be. I'm thinking, what? Wait a minute. And Tommy starts to scare me because security the whole time is swarming them like, nope, Tommy, do not go after her. And they're also getting the mother too. I'm thinking, so you're the reason why we have Tommy. You're the reason, and I said that correctly, you're the reason why we have Tommy. This person we see there before. You weren't a good example as a mother. You weren't. Now again, we're getting one side right now, but from what I'm seeing, I'm thinking I can make that assumption because how are you going to go and the fact that Tommy feels like she can talk to you like you know better than some chick on the street that she got to babysit your kids and she messed up and now she's upset and angry and going off on you and you're going off on her as if you're the same age, as if you're both like 18-year-old. What is going on here? Now I understand it because I see it like mother like daughter, and that's messed up. It's really messed up. Mama D is really thinking she is this international superstar. She has this, now she has 2 hit singles, two reality show hit singles. There's a difference. And, Ernest set up this Soul Train line event performance that she went and did. I'm thinking, no, Mona set this up and told her this, you can go and claim. You can go and claim that you did it. Mama D finds out that Kurt's mother is coming to live, well, not with them, but live in Atlanta. And she's over. It's like, wait a minute, your mother always comes and she bugs me and she's doing this and that and wants to be in our business. And I'm thinking, well, you do that to Scrap. You do that to Scrappy. You do that to your own son. So, how am I missing something? Am I missing something? She was like, you know what? You can have all that. You can have all that. And she did some analogy with the water. This our relationship and how you treat me, it's like water. And it comes out and it spills and it's messy. I'm like, what? Mom, oh, Lord, Mom D. And she was wearing this onesie cat suit, blinged out. I'm like, but Mama D looks good. She looks good. I didn't realize Curtis has great teeth. I was just looking at his mouth. I was like, because they had, I don't know why, they purposely were zoomed in. I was like, look at that. Look at, because, these reality shows, a lot of these people, they spend money on everything else except for their teeth. So I'm like, he doesn't have any money. His teeth are better than Get it together, people. That's all I have to say. I guess it's expensive, but you need to figure that out. Now, Jocelyn, she's meeting up with Melissa because, of course, Melissa's the only one that wants to record with her. Let's just be honest. Now, of course, Jocelyn finds out what's going. Well, Jocelyn lets her know, so about Stevie J, we had a conversation, and he's going to take the paternity test. I don't actually want to take him to jail, and we'll see what happens. there. Melissa's thinking, wait a minute, so, but yeah, but that wasn't the biggest part. CB invited me back to his house. What? I'm like, oh god, and the cycle starts again. She said, no, nothing happened there, but it's like, are you sure? Where did you sleep? There, but, you know, I didn't want to do that. So, nothing happened there. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll see how this goes. And of course, there's still the issues of what's going on in, everyone else's life. But Jocelyn, she's pregnant, had the stomach all out. All out. I said, okay, Jocelyn, do what you do. Do what you do. Do you. Carly Red decides to meet up with Jasmine because she needs to get the information. You know, this is Carly Red's #1 MO. At the same time, Rock is meeting up with Jock. But again, you see how the... Mona, you really... Anyway. So we have Jock, you know, he's thrown off because, again, they did this perfect. I have to give it up to Mona. How they edited this scene to where these interviews were happening, these meetups were happening, quote-unquote, at the same time. And, you know, one person was saying this, the other person was saying that. So here's the story that we're going with. That's why I'm like, this story is a little bit too consistent. Something's off with this mess. Unless they really want to make sure there are no errors in their story. Oh yeah. Let's piggyback for a moment. The fact that Jocelyn said that she's going to move down to Florida with her family, I said, wait a minute, but isn't that the family, like, which part of her family? Because wasn't it, like, part of her family, or at least, like, her mom, or something, that was like, you know what, you need to go make us some money. And so that's when Jocelyn started to, like, prostitute herself, or at least strip, in Puerto Rico. Like, am I the one that forgot that? Anyway, now back to the foolishness. Carly Red's getting this information from Jasmine. Jock is getting the information from Rod. And their stories are consistent. Kirk came to the... Rod went to jail. He was only in jail for 9 months. So he was a little hurt and confused as to how in the world is Jasmine go and get pregnant and have a baby all before he gets out of jail. And Kirk met her at the strip club. They had sex. He moved her in to his to the apartment complex that him and Rashida were in. I said, you know what? You know what? Oh God. And then to make matters worse, she has these text messages, and Carly Red was like, okay, those text messages, let me see the number, because you know I actually have his number, so let me see if it's real or not. He said, no, he's a different number. Okay, well, we could call that a lie. We need to verify that at a different day and time. But she has a video, and the video apparently has Kirk in it. Now, I'm trying to figure out, why is it that we didn't see the video? Like, is it because of legalities that they weren't allowed to show it because this is actually real and Kirk was trying to block it? I don't know. But we didn't get to see the video when you know they're messy and they would love to put stuff like that up. I'm still trying to figure that out. Unless they want us to feel like, oh, maybe it's still not true. Maybe that's the angle they're trying to go with. Anywho, once Carly sees the video, that's where she's like, oh God. Because as soon as she heard that there were receipts, she was like, what, Smurf? Receipts? Because they show the text messages, but not the video. But when Jock saw the video, he was like, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. That is my trifling friend who allowed me to sleep on his couch when Khadija went and kicked me out. Oh God. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know that this is bad. This is bad. I said, oh no. Oh Lord. Because in the video, it had Kirk holding the baby, and Jasmine said, oh, that's your daddy. Oh, hey, daddy. I said, no. God, no. I just can't believe it right now. Anyway, Mama D goes and she meets up with Scrappy because she wants to let Scrappy know, what's going on with you and the Bams. So apparently Scrappy and Bambi, they're not on good terms right now. And we say, okay, that's cool. There's not a real story there. But Scrappy starts to cackle because he's trying to figure out... Mama D has a problem with Ernest's mom. Scrappy says like, okay, why? Well, because she's always buying into our relationship and wants to know everything. I'm thinking, wait a minute. She wants to go with... But you do that too, and Scrappy called her out on it. But you do the same thing. It's like, no, it's a difference. I don't know what you're talking about. Why? I'm thinking, what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. Is that what's going on here? Alright, I got it. A damn mess. Anyway, we have Karen King. She is back. She is back, and she talks with. She was doing this photo shoot, and that poor dog still looks like he wants to run away. But anyway, Tommy meets up with her, and Tommy just wants to talk and vent. You know, Tommy's upset that Stevie was in her corner up until the point when he starts to speak with Jocelyn again, so now he's curving her. She just got out of jail, and no one had her back except for her bail bondsman. Her mom didn't even go and bail her out of jail or even try to help her except for watch the kids, which is cute, but her mom hasn't been in her life and it's essentially been trash. So she's just so over it, and she's just so frustrated. She doesn't understand it. And Karen said, I know you, and I actually do know your mom. And Sam, she has issues. She has a drinking problem. I said, Sam has a drinking problem? And Tommy likes to drink? And that's even more extra because... Okay. It's all starting to make sense now. She literally became a maybe more polished version of her mom. And for her, that wasn't a good thing. And Karen said, you know what? Your mom is messed up, but you need to not be really supportive, but understand that she's messed up. And because she's messed up, she can't be a great mother to you. And that's all it is. But, of course, the narrative switches from that to Karen can't see Scrap because she's a felon herself. Tommy can't see Scrap. Tommy said, as far as Scrap, I don't really care. The only thing that I need to close in that chapter is the fact that Caillou Red tried to go and break girl code even though we weren't really friends. Karen put it out there in Front Street. You're not really friends. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get her. Karen said, oh, Lord Jesus, you just got out of jail. You're on probation. What are you doing? That's not what she said, but that's how the way how she was talking. That's what she was trying to say. Along with the fact that Karen also had to tell Tommy, you know Jocelyn's pregnant, right? Because she was talking about Jocelyn, how Jocelyn put her in jail because of the video. And Karen's just like, yeah, I know what you said in that video. Let's up front. The gun? That may or may not have been in there. So it is what it is. But so it's like, Jocelyn's pregnant, leave her alone. Yeah, I'm not worried about Jocelyn right now. I just want to go to jail. Okay, we understand all of that. Now, here's the thing. Stevie J's daughter, if you watch, you know, Stevie and Jocelyn, the show that they had together, you know that Stevie J are going out alone, either one. One of his daughters, she's in high school, she's 18. She left home because she wants to go and stay with Stevie because she said, you know, wasn't it so fun over the summer when we were together? This is like, it was great, I loved it, but you're in high school. She said, no, I can take online classes to finish it up. I said, now hold on. Yes, that is an option, but it's not that easy. It is not that easy. She wants to go over to her dad's house and have fun. We get it. She probably has some issues with the mom, and so she went to go over to dad's because the grass is greener on the other side. Stevie had this look of, yo, I have this bachelor pad, and I can't have you here. I love you, but I can't have you here because at the end of the day, what? And she said, you know what? You gonna kick me out? I was like, of course I'm not gonna kick you out, but you can't be just going bouncing from place to place, hopping on the flight because you're having issues with your mom. But you know, I'll call her, let you know that you're here, and we'll see what happens. I said, oh, Stevie had that look of. But he warned her, like, Jocelyn, I talked to her, we're gonna take a paternity test, you know she's pregnant, baby may be mine. Oh Lord, the baby may be yours, so you're gonna have another kid? Really? We're going down this path again? Evil is great, but I didn't expect another one after that. Like, come on now. Look. It is what it is. So Jocelyn's going to be around here? No, Jocelyn's not going to be around. I'm thinking Jocelyn was already around here. That's why he's like, dang it, if you came the night before, it would have been a problem because I know you don't really like Jocelyn. Mama D decides she has to have a sit down with Ernest. What was I calling her husband before? I was calling him Curtis. Ernest and his mother, and of course Scrappy was there too. Bambi wasn't there because they're not in a good place right now. Scrappy comes in like, Lord Jesus, what am I walking into? Mama D's irritated because, oh yeah, and when Mama D told Ernest that, is it Ernest or Curtis? I don't care. That, you know what, I don't know what it is about your mother, what she has on you or over you, but you know, maybe we need to have a threesome so I can figure it out what it is that she's doing so I can do it too. I said, what? What? Anyway, during this dinner party, Mama D did her usual stuff. She's like, you know what? I don't understand how it is. You want to move over here. You're already in your son's life. You're already being overbearing, doing all this stuff. You constantly want to know what's going on. I know you don't like me. What do you mean I don't like you? I heard you were on speakerphone one time when you said, oh, that D, oh my gosh, why are you still with her? Oh my gosh, I don't like her. So I said, oh, well, there's that. And she said, yeah, this is what it is. I might have said that, and what are you going to do about it? But Mama D's whole thing with that was more so of, you know, Ernest, he just goes and does whatever you want. Well, that's my son. If I ask him for something, I expect for him to do it. Like, what else do you... I mean, you do the same. And it's just like, you overstep your boundaries. You do too much. You need to fall back. And I'm thinking, how are you talking to his mother like this? And Ernest was even like, wait a minute, what? Excuse me? Excuse me. She said, yes, he is your baby, but he's not your baby anymore. So, but you know what? She got these little onesies. These like 6-month-old onesies. That's the size of the onesies. That said, what did it say? Take your mama or something like that. Take your mama, leave me alone. That's not what it said, but it might as well have said that. I said, Mama D, you do too much. And poor Scrap B is looking like, oh God, were the meds? Did she take them today? Did she? Cause this, oh Lord, I felt bad because while the whole thing was going on, the Ernest's mom was looking at Scrappy like, you know what? You understand what it is for your mom to go. And so like, yeah, I know, but she's right next to me. I can't go and be on your side like that. The last thing that happened has to do with Carly Red and Rashida. They have a sit down at this restaurant, and Carly tells Rashida, okay, here's what's been going on. I met up with Jasmine, and she said she had text messages. And originally I was like, okay, that could be fake. She said Kirk has another phone, so you have to go and look for that other phone. Cool, cool. Rashida's just like, okay. But, and I really didn't want to believe her, because, like, no, he's a married man, he's married to you, regardless of how we feel about each other sometimes at the end of the day. And as Rashida said, you know what, Carly, you have to be honest with you. Oh, we're going too far ahead. Carly said, I saw a video. There's a video, and it does have Kirk in it. Not only does it have him in it, he's holding a baby, and Jasmine is saying, you know, say hello, Daddy, and he doesn't say anything. So Rashida's face just dropped, like, this can't be happening to me. You know, Carly, I didn't take your messages, I didn't take your calls, because I knew that you were coming to me with some mess. And for me to hear that you went to met up with Jasmine, I was thinking, oh Lord, did you really be messy? But I know you enough to know that you're not evil. And I think you have to be a really evil person to go and possibly make up something like this. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And this is messed up. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm a mother, wife, and I work. And just because I don't do all the wifely duties that I guess he would want or expect or appreciate, it doesn't mean that I'm a bad wife. It doesn't. Carly's crying and hugging Rashida. And I was like, Carly, get out. Carly, get out of off of the chair and go and hug Rashida. Stop scooch. She was scooching that chair over like, oh, scooch, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. Oh, like, oh, Lord Jesus. But I was like, oh, you don't deserve this. You look good. You work hard. You were a mother. What is not right with him? So she goes and she cooks for him. She's like, oh, wow, she's performing her other wifely duties like I've always wanted her to do. Oh, this is great. I feel like we're going to have some peace at last. But I'm getting this weird vibe from her. So she said, oh, do you like the food? Is the food good? Oh, okay. So here's what's going on. I met up with Carly, and she said that she met up with Jasmine. And Jasmine not only said that you have a burner phone. Well, I'm not sure if she necessarily said anything about the burner phone, but she did say about the text messages. But, you know, those could be forged. There's a video of you with this baby. So is there anything you have to say? And Kirk has look of, no, I don't know her. I have never met her. What are you coming to me with this BS? I'm thinking... And it ends like that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Because something's not right here. There's a lot that's not right here. A lot that's not right here. Something's really